Good morning, all of you. Myself, Shweta Bijoli Maiti, Assistant Professor of Haldia Institute of Technology. Today, I am going to present overview of non-conventional energy sources. In my previous lecture, I have already discussed the introductory part of non-conventional energy sources. Non-conventional energy sources, also known as renewable energy sources, are naturally replenished and sustainable options for meeting energy needs. Replenished means they are not depleted. These sources include maybe solar, wind, hydropower, geothermal, biomass, tidal, etc. They offer cleaner and more environmentally friendly alternative to conventional fossil fuels, helping to mitigate climate change and reduce reliance on finite resources. What are the renewable energy sources? One is the solar energy, wind energy, biomass energy, geothermal energy, tidal and wave energy, and hydropower. Now discuss only the overview. Today only discuss the overview of solar energy, wind energy, biomass, geothermal, tidal, wave and hydropower. That means discuss only what is solar energy, what are the challenges of solar energy, what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages. Now first discuss solar energy. Captures sunlight using photovoltaic cells or solar thermal collectors and converts sunlight into electricity or heat. That is the solar energy. What are the advantages of solar energy? Abundant and free, low operational cost and scalable. These are the advantages of solar energy. What are the challenges and what are the application of solar energy? What are the challenges? Main challenges of solar energy is intermittent, that means needs storage, high upfront cost and requires large space for large scale installation. That means require large land area for large solar farms. What are the application of solar energy? Application of solar energy, that is the rooftop solar panels, solar power plants, solar water heaters. These are the application of solar energy. Now what is wind energy? How it produce? When the wind turbine convert wind power into the electricity, then wind energy produces. What are the types? Onshore wind farms, offshore wind farms. And what are the advantages of wind energy? That wind energy are clean and renewable, low operating cost and mature technology. These are the main advantages of wind energy. Now, what are the challenges of wind energy? Challenges of wind energy are visual and noise impact, variable wind speeds, land and location constraints. Variable wind speeds means as the wind energy depend on the wind speeds. We know wind speeds not fixed, that is variable. That's why these are the challenges of wind energy. And for the large farm require the location, proper location and the land. That's why this is also the main challenge of wind energy, that is land and location constraint and variable wind speeds. Now biomass energy, how it produced. Organic matter means maybe the plant or the animal waste used to produce biomass energy. And what are the methods for harnessing biomass energy? When this type of plants or animal waste burn, then produce biomass energy. That means there is a name direct combustion. And anaerobic digestion or gasification. These are the methods of harnessing biomass energy: direct combustion, anaerobic digestion, and gasification. Now, what are the sources of biomass energy? I have already discussed. These are the agricultural waste, forest residues, animal manure, and municipal solid waste. These are the main sources of biomass energy. Now, what are the advantages and challenges of biomass energy? What are the challenges of biomass energy? Emissions if not managed well. As one of the method of harnessing biomass energy is direct combustion. So this is the one of the challenge. Emissions if not managed well, then it is maybe dangerous for the health. Competes with food production, collection and transport issues. These are the main challenges of biomass energy. Now, what are the advantages of biomass energy? One is the utilizes waste material, okay, can be carbon neutral and generates rural employment. As the sources of biomass energy are the agricultural waste, municipal waste, animal waste. So these are the main advantages of biomass energy. Now geothermal energy. For geothermal energy use Earth's internal heat to generate electricity and heating. Uses Earth's internal heat to generate electricity. What are the sources of geothermal energy? Hot water reservoirs, dry steam wells, geothermal heat pumps. These are the main sources of geothermal energy. What are the applications of geothermal energy? Power plants, space heating. Power plants and space heating. What are the challenges and what are the advantages of geothermal energy? What are the advantages? Reliable and consistent, low emissions, and small land footprint. These are the advantages of geothermal energy. What are the challenges of geothermal energy? Geographically limited, high drilling cost, as the sources of one of the sources of geothermal energy is the hot reservoirs. So hot water reservoirs. So that is the main challenge: high drilling cost and risks of surface instability and geographically limited. Now, tidal and wave energy. The tidal and wave energy actually depends on the ocean tides. Ocean tides power. So converts ocean tides and waves into electricity. Tidal energy, that is tidal barrages and underwater turbines, and wave energy, Bowen's point absorbers and oscillating water columns. These are the tidal energy and this is wave energy. Now what are the advantages and challenges of this energy? What are the advantages? Main advantages are predictable energy source, environmentally clean, long operational life. These are the advantages of tidal and wave energy. What are the challenges? High initial and maintenance cost, as it depends on the ocean tides. That's why require the high initial and maintenance cost and environmental impacts on marine life. To harness that electricity from the ocean tides, that impacts on the marine life. This is the challenge of tidal and the wave energy. There is a environmental impacts on marine life. Technological complexity. There is a complexity on the technologically. Now hydropower. What is hydropower? Hydropower energy, also known as hydroelectric energy, and it is also a renewable energy source, and that harnesses the power of moving water or to generate electricity. Moving water means it actually uses the force of falling water. Force of falling water. It uses the force of falling water or fast flowing water to turn that force, turn turbines, and that turbine connected to the generators, and that generator produces electricity. Okay, these are the process of harnessing hydropower. Hydropower is a well established and widely used form of renewable energy with a long history of providing electricity and other benefits. What are the advantages of hydropower? These are renewable and sustainable, clean energy, flexible power generation, water management, and then recreational opportunities. As this hydropower depends on the dam, and this dam latterly used for the recreational, like your boating, fishing, swimming, etc. Dams that are used for the hydropower, and these dams give some recreational opportunities like fishing, boating and swimming. That is recreational opportunities. Now what are the disadvantages of hydropower? Environmental impacts. So the dam construction can impact on the marine life, and the land use, siltation and drought impacts. Periodically drought impacts on the hydropower. These are the disadvantages of hydropower. What are the challenges of non-conventional energy sources or renewable sources? These sources: limitations of energy storage, intermittency, high initial cost, land use requirements, technological limitations, policy and regulatory challenges. These are the challenges of renewable energy sources. Now, what are the future prospects of renewable energy sources? Technological innovations like smart grid, AI in energy management, investment growth in renewable, cost of renewable declining rapidly. This is the future prospects, as nowadays non-renewable, that is non-renewable energy sources like oil, fossil fuels are depleted. So that's why the cost of renewable declining rapidly to transfer from non-renewable to the renewable energy sources. Enhanced energy storage solutions, global policy alignment like Paris Agreement, and the integration with electric vehicle and IoT. These are the future prospects of renewable energy sources. Now I want to conclude today's lecture. Non-conventional energy is essential for sustainable development. Overcoming current challenges is key to adoption. Collective effort from governments, industry and consumers needed. And last one is the future energy systems will be cleaner, smarter and more inclusive. So thank you all of you. I think all of you understand the overview of non-conventional energy sources. In my next lecture, I will discuss broadly about solar energy. Thank you again.